apologize to you. I didn't notice that my mic was off towards the conclusion of my previous live broadcast where I still continue. So honestly, I'm not really happy that that happened. So apologies, please. Apologies. So we want to discuss the unexplainable kind of appointments by different or structure by different or composition as the case may be by different houses of assembly. In Nigeria setting, we have in the House of Assembly we have the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker. We have the House Leader and his Deputy. We have the Majority Leader and Deputy. Then we also have Minority Leader and Deputy. Then let me excuse the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. Let me talk about the House Leader, the Majority Leader, and the Minority Leader. What are their responsibilities in the House? Number one, the House Leader must be somebody who understands the biddings of the House and able equips himself or herself with the standing rules or the House ethics. So in a situation whereby the Speaker or Deputy or any member in the House will go contrary to the standing rules of the House Leader, who is someone that is abreast with every standing rules, will always call them to order, citing the rules, a certain rule of the House, and then bring them back to order and ensure that there is stability in the House and nothing is done contrary to the rules of the House. Then what is the rules of the Majority Leader and the Minority Leader in House of Assemblies? Majority Leader is somebody who ensure that, okay, Majority Leader will always comes from the majority party in a situation whereby the House is made up of members from different parties. So it will be the duty, the Majority Leader who comes from the majority party. It will be his or her duty to ensure that to ensure stability in the members from the majority party, why the the minority leader, also do the same in minority parties. Now, in Nigeria setting, you will discover that in different states, if not 90% of states in Nigeria, you discover that, let me say 85, if not 90 or 95, that the House Assemblies is made up of members from one political party. Sorry, I take back the word. That the House, so most of the House of Assembly are members that comes from one party. There is no opposition party. For example, like my state, my neighbor, and the neighboring states, almost all the four states, their House of Assemblies do not have any member from opposition. Now, what is the idea that the House of Assembly, who members comes from the same party, now having minority leader and majority leader? What is the idea in it? You are from that house is make up of one members from one party, and as such there is no minority and there is no majority. The house is one, coming from the party or the platform that they belong or that sponsor them there. They are one in the house, one. So why do you now have a minority leader? Now this is a situation whereby a community without a single youth will now have a youth leader, or a church without a single woman will have a woman leader. What is the idea in it? Sometimes somebody will tell me, okay, that is the composition of the house, and that there is no provision in constitution that prescribed that in a situation whereby a house of assembly members in house of assembly comes from one party, that there should be no majority leader or minority leader. Then by common sense we should be able to know that this is a constitutional lacuna, and as such we can also lend a voice to also call those in upper legislative chamber, the Senate and the House of Representatives, to ensure that they revisit that constitution, to ensure that where there is no minority, there should be no minority leader. Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Now the question is, the minority leader who does not have minority in the house, who does he lead? The majority leader who does not have an opposition in the house, who does he also lead? We have a house leader. I think it's supposed to end there. Or because I am not there, I don't know what they are doing, almost everything that they are doing there, but I know part. Now the question is this: in a situation whereby we have a house um, that is made up of one members from the same party, does it mean that the speaker normally divides the house and say some of you belongs to minority and this is your leader, and then the other one you belongs to a majority, despite that we are one from one party, and then you have that is your leader, and then this person is the house leader? Is that what is going on? Because personally, I see this is a very unconventional kind of house composition or structure, and as such, it should be revisited and structured in a way that when you, because I watched a certain plenary from a certain state this morning, which I will not mention that state. So when I observe a lot of things, I really like studying the man that they address as the house leader, the way he moves emotions. And then I now look at, I know that this house, I know 110% for sure that the house has members from the same political party. But I was like surprised when the speaker says that the deputy minority leader should support a certain motion. I say, deputy minority leader, how? In a house that you have one political party and you don't have opposition, you don't have a minority, and you have a minority leader? This, you know one thing, somebody may say, okay, yeah, this has been the practice, but should we dwell on status quo that is not, that does not make sense, no whole lot of sense, and say, yeah, that has been the practice? We can change things. We can change things for God's sake. We should not dwell on status quo that is not really making whole lot of sense. You have a minority leader and a deputy minority leader. You have a majority leader and a deputy majority leader in a house that every members are answerable to the same part. Chai. So now, if I am made a pastor today in the local church that I minister, I don't have a single woman. I will now appoint a man to be the woman leader. Who will even it? Or maybe I am a governor of a state. I don't have a single woman in my state. I will now have ministry for women affairs. Or I do not have physical disabilities in my state. I will now have a personal assistance to the governor on disability or persons with disabilities. How do you appoint someone to an office, an office where you don't have people that person will lead? So please, House of Assemblies all over the world, the country, Nigeria, and also our upper legislative chamber, let us look into this because personally it makes no sense. And I have for lawyers who will be able to interpret our constitution very well, better than I do, and also those in the upper legislative chamber or the lower, then also have those um, work based on our constitutions, maybe daily, please should look into this and see if maybe they should in fact check me. If there is any point that I raise that maybe I do not have much wisdom about it, I need to be educated on this subject matter. Because for me, I say that it is not proper for a community without youth to have a youth leader, or a community without women to have a woman leader. So, and it is not also nice for an house of assembly without a minority, anybody from opposition party or minority to have a minority leader or majority leader. But rather, they should maintain the speaker, the deputy speaker, the leader of the house, and the deputy, and it ends there. There's no need of sharing and sharing posts, calling people names that they cannot have people do. What are you doing? What? If you are given a position and you don't have and you don't have people in for you to lead, are you leading yourself? The person that is they even appoint as a minority leader, is he a member of opposition party? Do they have opposition party? Is he a minority in the first place? Because a minority leader must always come from opposition party that maybe they don't have that they have the lesser number in the house compared to um, those from party in power. So please, let's work on it, and then I would really like as many that view this and to educate me better if there is any line of that I have gone wrong. Thank you very much. I love you all. You have a pleasant day. God continue to bless you, to strengthen you, and to grant you more wisdom and understanding as we continue to um, use our voices to ensure that we make our citizens better and to make the community and to be peaceful and also to be environment where people learn. Thank you very much. Learning continues. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.